Hey guys, so I've just watched the official unveiling of the Galaxy S8 phone, and we pretty much knew what it was going to look like anyway, as well as all the specs because it's been leaked over the last couple of weeks. But this is nice to confirm basically what it's going to look like and the official specs here. So we're going to go through them here. I'm sure you've already seen the official launch, but it's good to review what exactly you're getting for your money, because this is going to be the most expensive Galaxy handset ever released. I think it's going to be coming in about nearly €1,000 for this handset. So in terms of the raw specifications, we are getting the same 12 megapixel dual pixel sensor from the S7. It does have some improved software now, and some improved processing, similar to like the Google HDR Plus. You're also getting a 1 gigabit LTE kind of capacity, but whether or not that is available in your country, that's obviously something to consider. It could be good for future proofing when we do have super fast, like 5G kind of speeds. Snapdragon 835, that's based on the 10 nanometer process, so that's very efficient. Very high tech, the latest silicon here for 2017. Also Exynos 8895. Depending on where you're from, you're going to get a different one, so it'll be interesting to see how they do compare. In terms of the RAM, most of the world's going to get 4 gigs of RAM with 64 gigs internal storage, but some people are going to be getting a 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigabyte. So very disappointing that Samsung couldn't make that like the default configuration for everyone. We have had 6 gigs of RAM now from last year, with the OnePlus 3, but maybe they're saving that for the Note 8. We're also getting a slightly different in terms of the battery, 3000 versus 3500. A bit iffy if you ask me for 3000 battery, because the screen is a lot bigger now, and obviously it's going to take a lot more power. Yes, you're going to get a more efficient processor, but we've got like the Mate 9 coming with 4000 mAh. We've got budget phones with 5000 mAh. So I would have liked a little bit bigger there, I think, for future proofing. It is coming with a 2K display as well, and many people do complain that the Samsung batteries do tend to deplete quite quickly after a year. But if you're going to get the S8 Plus, at least it does come with a slightly bigger 3500 mAh battery with all the good stuff as before. Although we're only getting Quick Charge 2.0, which is a bit disappointing because we were getting the Quick Charge 4.0 apparently with the Snapdragon 835. So I wonder why they've gone with that. Maybe it's for like safety. They're both protected with Gorilla Glass 5, which is good, and fully waterproof, which is good. They were also demoing some of the features. You can turn it into like a small desktop now, like similar to the Lumia handsets, which I think they call it Samsung Dex now. You will need a Dex adapter to do this. It's been quite questionable before. This has been implemented all the way back from the Motorola Atrix, and it's never really taken off because of issues with app compatibility, etc. But maybe Samsung can persuade some third parties to really support this, because it would be pretty awesome if it did take off. It would be nice if they did include the Dex dock like with the phone, given how expensive it is. But that is quite an interesting feature. You're also getting your Bixby, which is an intelligent assistant, similar to like the Google Now assistant. Samsung's never really been that good when it comes to the assistant kind of technology, but hopefully they have really improved that particular aspect. So what do I think in regards to these two handsets? I think I was expecting a little bit more, if I'm going to be honest with you, from Samsung. It seems that Sony is bringing a little bit more to the table in terms of the raw specifications. If you're looking at the XZ Premium, you're getting a 4K display with HDR. Yes, this is coming with HDR, but It's still 2K only. I've talked about the battery size, and I've not really talked about the fingerprint sensor, which to me is a very strange place to put it. And it looks like it's going to be very liable to getting the lens very dirty, because you're going to be wandering your finger around. So maybe they just put that there as a last minute decision, because it is all screen. In terms of the actual software, I have seen some videos of the software. It looks pretty fresh and mint. You can change the actual button layout now, which is quite nice as well. Not sure if we've got any pictures here, but obviously you can see we do have these nice new icons, etc. The TouchWiz does look pretty nice and refined, so definitely looking forward to checking that out. Yeah, quite a decent handset, but if I was you and you're looking for the next step, I'd wait for the Note 8. Yes, I'm going to buy this just to review, see how it compares against some other phones, but I do think that the Note 8 is going to bring more to the table later in the year, like 6 gigs of RAM, bigger batteries, etc. It's definitely worth waiting, I think, considering that the S7 Edge is still a fantastic phone if you've still got one, and also a lot of people probably won't like the fact that there's not a smaller handset now for people who like small handsets. This is the first time you've only got massive beast handsets, so that could alienate quite a lot of people. Although I think the S7 Edges sell more than the regular S7, so that could be the decision for that. So yeah, as I said, I'll definitely be getting the S8, and not sure which one I'm going to go for, but I'm probably just going to buy one of them to use to see how it is and compare against some other handsets. So hopefully that should be coming not too far away. I think it's released in April here. But do let me know what you think. Is it everything you expected, or are you expecting a little bit more? Do let me know, and yeah, I will see you in the next one. Cheers.